IGN's here at CES 2026, and while it's the look into the future of tech, that also includes gaming. We found a bunch of great peripherals on the show floor, so let me show y'all what we found. We're at the 8BitDo booth here at CES 2026, and one of the new things they're showing off is the Ultimate 3E controller for Xbox. What's special about this, even though 8BitDo has been making controllers for a very long time, a lot of high-end stuff as well, this one connects wirelessly to Xbox without a dongle, so it's the same as an Xbox Series Elite controller. And that's because it also has back paddles, programmable back here, and extra buttons on top. So you get like 3 shoulder buttons on top here, which is new for 8BitDo and an Xbox, officially Xbox licensed controller as well. So you got the programmable back buttons, and what I like about them is that they're a little bit easier to use than the Elite controller, and it feels a little bit more tightly packed than an Elite controller, I would say. Also a big fan of the D-pad. It's clicky, almost like a mechanical switch, so it makes it easier to do movements like quarter circles or distinct individual movements if you play platformers. And the sticks are smooth as any other 8BitDo controller, and I really like the grips on this as well. So overall, I played Street Fighter 6 with controller. It's kind of what you want from a high-end controller with all the buttons and the ergonomics and performance. This is supposed to come out around Q2 this year, and it's going to go for 150 bucks. But might seem like a lot, but it comes with a lot more extra stuff as well. So even though it does connect to the Xbox wirelessly without a dongle, it does come with one, a USB-C dongle. So if you want to connect it to PC, you do it through that for very fast connectivity as well. And it does do Bluetooth for convenience. But that's not all. It also comes with a carrying case and additional accessories. Of course, you have your USB-C cable and some extra accessories if you want to have a 4-way D-pad or a different style of thumbsticks for better grip depending on your preference, and some extra ABXY buttons. What's cool about the face buttons is that you both get a micro switch version, which feels like a mouse click. If you prefer that, it's a bit of a shorter throw, it's a little easier to actuate, but it also comes with a swappable face buttons that are more traditional, as if it was a regular Xbox controller. So depending on your preference, so you take off the D-pad, you remove the faceplate, and then you pull out the face buttons as one unit, and then you swap in whichever one that you want. That all comes in the package along with the controller and everything else. We also checked out the 8BitDo FlipPad, which is a USB-C attachment that plugs into the bottom of your phone and acts as a controller, and it's really convenient for playing retro-style games. So if you have emulators on your Android or iOS, since Apple is now allowing that stuff on the platform, this is a very convenient way to have a slim-fitted controller. And I've seen things like this in the past, where you slide your phone into a whole device, but it's bulky, it's not really great to take around. This is a lot more conducive to the mobile platform, and it flips onto your screen. And usually when you play emulated games, the games will play at the top of your screen, so you're not really like blocking anything from your view as you're playing. But if you have to move over to like a text, or if you're checking social media, you can just flip it downward like that, keep it connected without it getting in the way, and then flip it back up if you're ready to play again. So it's one of the most convenient solutions for having a gamepad with a mobile device, and you got the full controller suite with the D-pad, the face buttons, and the shoulder buttons on top of it as well. So, and I got to play Super Mario Brothers through insidious means. I'm just kidding, but I did get to use it playing a game, and it is exactly as you expected. The buttons themselves are a little bit more like mouse clicks, so it has a mechanical feel as opposed to a traditional style SNES controller, but it works really well, it's really convenient, and it's easy to take around. There also may be a feature in which, if you're getting a call, you can answer it by flipping the controller downwards to get that flip phone era vibe. That's kind of what 8BitDo is going for, but we will see when it comes out in the summertime this year, and it's going to be around $25 to $40. I got my feet on the GAMR Pad, and as a DDR player, as a longtime DDR player, I got high standards. And this is a Bluetooth controller. It's a step pad that you can use for DDR style games, but you can also play built-in games with like Temple Run and all kinds of like party style games. But I got to play this rhythm game that they have here, and because I have high standards, it wasn't exactly what I would play hard difficulty DDR songs with. There's a bit of latency because it is through Bluetooth. If you are playing on lower difficulties and kind of can adjust the timing of the steps themselves, of the note chart, maybe you can get it to work a little bit more accurately, but it was recognizing my steps, I'll say that much. There is a wired version coming later on that I suspect will have better latency, instant input, because when it comes to rhythm games, that's really what you need. But I did get to play some of the games that they have loaded here at CES, and it was a lot of fun. I play a lot of Stepmania on my PC, so I would like to get a cheap, convenient dance pad, and this is the kind of thing that I would be looking for. It didn't slip as much. We're having it on a hardwood floor. It's almost like a yoga mat, and it detects your steps. It's not tactile, so you do need to be mindful of where you're stepping so you don't kind of drift off of the center. And there's no, of course, there's not going to be any bar to hold on to. So if you are playing higher difficulty songs and you do rely on the bar like I do sometimes, you're not going to have that. You kind of have to figure out your own. But I like the idea. I love the idea of having a soft mat that's really easy to set up. And I want to see more from it. I want to see it improve, and I want to see its application. As I mentioned, it is a Bluetooth controller. So here they have it connected to Apple TV. So they're playing Apple Arcade games with it. And because it's a Bluetooth controller, it's kind of compatible with whatever you're able to set it up with, and it will be recognized as if it's a gamepad. So I do look forward to trying this out myself and seeing how it could stand up to what I would have my setup as, again, with all my songs on Stepmania, but we'll see when I get my hands on it. So the GAMR Pad is available through Kickstarter, and it's going to be $199 retail, $150 if you do jump into the Kickstarter, and it is planned to be shipping out this March. All right, we've seen a lot of mobile controllers, but surprisingly, there's still innovation in the space, and we've seen that with the MCON Lite and the MCON Slim. Both of these are mobile controllers that magnetically snap onto your phone and connect via Bluetooth. The thing about these is they feel like a phone case because it snaps at the back of it, and it's such a thin profile. And we got hands-on with both of them, and the MCON Lite has a little bit more tactility to it. It's a little bit thicker, so you have a better grip on it, and it has TMR thumbsticks. They're not fully thumbsticks, they're more like 3DS sliding sticks, so it might not be the best solution performance-wise, but it is one of the more convenient options out there that I've seen so far. Even at CES this year, when we've seen a lot of mobile controllers, this one does stand out because of how convenient it is. But if you want something even smaller, the MCON Slim is even thinner. But the thing you have to worry about is that it uses trackpads instead of joysticks. So again, you have to make a compromise to get the thinnest profile possible. But I was playing Minecraft with it, and while the software is still kind of in the works, I could see that this is something different and something that is for more casual things. Like, you could play Minecraft with this without a problem. I'm not going to be playing anything through Game Pass, through cloud necessarily, but for more casual things, I think this is one of the better solutions I've seen so far. So you can get the original MCON right now, but you'll have to wait till the summer if you are interested in the MCON Lite, and a little bit after that for the MCON Slim, which is supposed to come out around the time of the iPhone 18. Genki's also here at CES, so you know we had to check them out. You may know them as the folks who put out some Switch accessories before the Switch 2 came out, but they are innovating yet again because they have a second round of accessories that are a little bit more in tune with the Switch 2's design now that we've had some time with the console. So they're redoing their entire system with grips. So what you're going to do now is you're going to buy a shell that then attaches 6 different grip styles depending on what you want. So instead of getting the attack vector, which we had reviewed in the past, you know, it had its ups and downs, but now it's a lot more modular. Genki's going for something where you have to customize to your liking. And I think this gives it a lot more flexibility than just buying a single grip that you kind of attach to your console and have to live with. So they're going with 6 different grips. I tried out all of them. The one that stands out to me is the dragon back grip because there's grooves for each finger and really adds to make the handles on the Switch 2 much more substantial than they already are. So they're being kickstarted right now, and they're fully funded, and it will be out in June. But when you do go out there to choose which ones you want, you will go to the site, and then you'll choose which body shell you want for the Switch 2, which grips you want with that, and then there's a new sliding mechanism as well to keep them in place. I was using some of the prototypes, and it's a little tough to get them in and out, but once they're in place, they're going to be locked in, so they're not going to be sliding around. I really like the unibody design too, because it keeps the Joy-Con on the sides a lot more tighter, so if you feel any wiggle with the handheld right now, that helps secure it in place. And of course, you could add the grips, whichever ones you want, slide them in and out when you need to be more portable, whatever. So this is Genki's second round of accessories, and I think it's a lot better of an idea than it was when it initially came out. There's so much more that we saw at the show, so for everything in the world of gaming and tech, and maybe more than that, stick with IGN.